The Trump White House has now gotten in trouble multiple times for using without the consent of the public figures, the likeness or the music of said public figures to use in their ICE edits. So they'll make these like childish ICE deportation edits, where in one case it was Theo Vaughn until he said, no, stop, delete that. The comedian going, I heard you're getting deported, bye. And then cool music as people are getting deported in the video. And then the next example was Sabrina Carpenter, the pop star. And honestly, when this happened, I was holding my breath because you just never know with people that you like their music, if they're going to come out, or people who you've seen in TV shows, if they're going to come out and be like, I like jeans. No. Sydney. You never know if they're going to not agree with your politics, which doesn't mean you don't like their art anymore. It just sometimes is fun to find out, like when Taylor Swift first made her public political proclamation, I was super excited because I liked her already, and then she agrees with my politics. That makes it even more fun. And that happened with Sabrina Carpenter. They used her song in one of those edits. I'll show it to you in a second. And she responded, this video is evil and disgusting. Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda. Now, if you don't know Sabrina Carpenter, we just saw her. There's a music festival in Austin. We just saw her. She's great. She's kind of, I would say she's like one of the most relevant pop artists right now. And this, I'm going to show you what the Trump White House did in a second here. But interestingly, you know how I just did Bar Fight? Daily Wire thing. Michael Knowles hosted it, and it was a debate in a bar. And he did a segment on this that will show you the clip. He's a right winger, so I expected him to do what all of the other right wingers did, which was, Sabrina Carpenter's terrible and she hates everyone and she hates half the country and keep your mouth shut. Oh, Kid Rock wants to talk. We love when artists give their opinion. Oh, Sydney Sweeney didn't say anything, but we're interpreting it as she secretly loves Trump, or maybe she does, but we don't know, but we're going to just believe that and say that means all Republican women are hot. We love your opinion. Hey, you don't like Trump? Don't give your opinion if you're a musician. Just shut up and sing. Close your mouth and sing. That's your butt. But actually, Michael didn't do that. He was like, I kind of still like Sabrina.
ICE deporting all these illegal criminals. And the music that they used is Sabrina Carpenter's song.
Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one?
It looked like just a random woman being chased down the street with fun music. However you feel about the deportation policy, however you feel about 70, 60 something % of the people they're detaining not having any criminal record other than being in the country illegally, which sometimes, and them prioritizing numbers going up instead of actually removing people who we would all agree could be detained. Regardless of how you feel about that, you never guess how I feel about it. I just like said my whole opinion. Sorry, I was trying not to do that. Regardless of how you feel about it, you gotta admit there's something so insensitive about like playing silly, fun music as you're playing chase down videos. But just because that played, and they always, Sabrina, hey, you saw me in the crowd? Oh, I was the most handsome person in the crowd. Stop it. No, I'm just calling. Can you not copyright the song we just played? It's so annoying. I do a whole show and then I play 8 seconds of your song and it gets copyrighted. No, I know you don't have control over it. By the way, what do you think of City Sweetie? Okay, here we go.
Great bit. Great stuff from the White House New Media team. And then Sabrina Carpenter responds. This video is evil and disgusting. Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda. So now some people are looking at your boy, at your creamy sweater having boy right now, because I'm pro Sabrina. I like Sabrina's music. I think she's a very interesting pop artist, and I see some kind of subversive conservative messaging in her songs. I said, Mike, were you wrong? No, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong about Sabrina. I think there's a couple things going on here. First of all, it has never been my claim that Sabrina Carpenter is like a registered Republican who voted for Trump. That is not my claim. I'm just pointing out that she's artistically interesting, and related to that, her songs do have subtle conservative messaging, like that women can be kind of crazy. There's all this retro message. She had a lot of retro imagery, 70s and 80s kind of imagery, funky, older musical stylings and melodies. And there's a kind of nostalgia for her. Even her album cover where she's getting dragged around by a tie or a belt or something by a man, there's a kind of a very playful and subversive subservience in that. She ain't a feminist, let's put it that way.
I think she is. I think she is. Did you see what she just said? I think she is. Cool. I mean, that was a better take than some of them, which was just, this is so, we hate her now. Like, it's fine. I appreciate him at least going, he disagrees with what she said, but he doesn't have to do the weird culture war thing where now that person's your enemy. Same reason I criticize some of the people in my cohort who overreacted to other people who seem to have a Republican slant. It's like, hey, you could still like them. Apparently a lot of people didn't when that person's latest movie came out and it bombed. But Sydney, I'm talking about Sydney Sweeney. Y'all know that, but I guess I haven't said her name yet. But so I appreciate that. What I don't even understand, they always come up with such strange ways to make points, or him maybe specifically, but a lot of people do, which is like a sexy, her album covers like a sexy, if he's talking about the same one that I'm thinking of, which her latest one, where she's like down on her knees and then something's happening, is like always happening in pop music, is like sexy imagery. So to make that, it's very conservative because it's saying women should be subservient to their husbands. I think is you reading a little bit too much into it. Really, the messaging whenever she says, please, 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 don't prove I'm right, is don't prove I'm right. I don't even know if that's not the word, right? Wrong? From please is because she's asking her husband please to get his permission, much like Candace Owens does with her husband whenever she's going to a TPUSA event, which is subservient, which is conservative. It's like, what? So weird. And what's this? There's something weird about the whole like culture. It just feels like it exudes insecure masculinity. Like, I feel like if you're really insecure, you feel like you need culture to tell women that they need to be more subservient to you. And like that comes from a kind of insecure place, from my opinion. That's just my opinion. Now, because I brought up Sydney Sweeney a couple times, I saw this headline. Sydney Sweeney tells people that she doesn't support the views that people connected her American Eagle campaign to. Cole, I haven't thrown it to you in a really long time. If you grab your mic real quick, take it down, Jaden. Don't look at my screen. What do you think? You get one guess. What do you think in her response to the latest question about the American Eagle ad, she said in response?
I like jeans.
Say it again because you cut out for a second.
I like jeans.
Now say it real slow.
I like jeans.
Well, I didn't say sexual. I said slow. I wasn't trying to get like a weird soundbite. I like jeans. No. Okay, thank you though. I was trying to do like I like jeans. That was great though. And indeed, she said, I did it because I love jeans. It's so funny because if y'all missed this, I think it was also on the bonus show. Click the join button below. We went in this interview clip, which I don't care about the story. It's just being used as a dumb culture war, but then it's become fascinating to check in on. And she got asked, hey, like Trump jumped in saying Sydney Sweeney's hot and she's a Republican, just because you were in this American Eagles ad. And there was some irrelevant left-wing backlash. And then Fox News made a whole thing of it. Is it true? And then she just sat there. It sounds for a second. I was like, I like jeans. And it tickled us. And so it's funny that again in this quote, she did the same thing. I was honestly surprised, she says, by the reaction. I did it because I love jeans and I love Now I'm just thinking of Cole I did it because I love jeans and love the brand. I don't support the views some people chose to connect to the campaign. Many have assigned motives and labels to me that just aren't true. So maybe there's some hope there. She's saying they're labeling me as Republican, and that's not true. But again, if she were, hey, maybe she could still make good movies, TV shows. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm always trying to bring people together. I'm against hate and divisiveness. In the past, my stance has been to never respond to negative or positive press, but recently I've come to realize that my silence regarding this issue has only widened the divide, not closed it. So I hope this new year brings more focus on what connects us instead of what divides us. She always talks like ChatGPT wrote it for her. It's Sabrina Carpenter's like, hey, you're evil and disgusting. And you're like, whoa, even if you don't like it, she's taking a position. Sydney Sweeney's like, I like jeans. Anyone who knows me knows I love love. I love inclusion and unity. And I hope that the new year brings us joyful spirits and happy times. Your press office wrote that, or whatever. Your PR person. Be a person. Say, I find it really gross the way that producer on that YouTube show said I love jeans. I find that gross. You could say that. You could say, I don't appreciate that I've been used in a culture war that divides people further when now I'm just giving her a response. When I just want joy and laughter. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that was the right response. Who knows?